Hey there guys, Gutslove here, and I'm really worried about this live reaction because, well, it's Goku versus Superman part 2. Yes, I'm calling it a part 2 because who are we kidding? It's because of the fanboys. Fanboys of both Superman and Dragon Ball Z. I'm not in either side, but I'm gonna lean towards Superman. That's how I did it in the first, well, I didn't react to it, but I did watch it before starting this YouTube channel. I was completely and utterly on the side of Superman. Why? Because I didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z, and I'm sorry. I'm a big fan of anime, but Dragon Ball Z was one of those animes that I didn't really understand, and come on, I was very young. I watched Sailor Moon, for God's sake. And come on, I really freaking love Sailor Moon, even with its cheesiness. It's just, really? Goku versus Superman again? For the 50th death battle on Screw Attack's history? I'm sorry. If I offend anyone, or even insult anyone who is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, remember this. I didn't grow up with Dragon Ball Z. I don't like the anime. I personally think it's way too overrated. Just take it with a grain of salt, okay? Only take into consideration, I don't like that anime. I do not understand the hype. And I still even question why the freaking Dragon Ball Z movies that came out in the last few years, and I mean like the recent ones, not the old ones, that are being shown in my local theater. And yes, they are being shown in my local theater, like the one with the big purple cat thing, and the resurrection of Frieza. Really? They had to be shown in theaters? Well, you didn't come here to watch me about Dragon Ball Z. I'm betting on Superman. Let's get this bad boy up and running. Play? Hello? Goku. Superman.
Titans of power, champions of unimaginable might, endlessly requested to fight each other. Again. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Pink hair, haha! Okay, again. Explanation, please, as to why the fanboys are raging over this. Begin this monochrome death battle. Ben Singer is Wiz. Chad James as Boomstick. This kind of looks like the opening for To Boldly Flee from Channel Awesome. Synthetic orchestra. I like that.
Created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Superman entered the world on the cover of Action Comics #1 in 1938. He was the first, and his success paved the way for the superhero genre. The Man of Steel is righteous, courageous, selfless, a perfect Boy Scout. Very inspirational, but man, does it get boring sometimes.
Christopher Reeves!
Siegel and Shuster were the sons of Jewish American immigrants, and knew firsthand what it was like living in a world where they felt alien. Thus, this became the basis of Superman's story. You know how it goes. His scientist dad found out his homeworld Krypton was getting a bit too explosive and sent his son off to Earth to save him. On Earth, Superman's Kryptonian cells can absorb solar radiation from the yellow sun, giving him awesome strength, speed.
Yeah, I know that from the other death battle, yes.
Shoot heat from his eyes, which can be large enough to vaporize a planet or precise enough to perform lobotomies. Superman was
I forgot about that.
He could carry entire solar systems on his back, or obliterate them with a sneeze. But over 75
I destroyed another planet, sorry.
A bit, including going through 2 separate reboots, which we will be focusing on today. These reboots lessened his insane power, not exactly by altering his abilities, but by changing his outlook. Upon discovering
God,
his
no.
alien powers, the new Superman rejected them, unintentionally instilling mental barriers on his powers, which he would work to unlock through the rest of his life.
Sort of like when you drink too much and don't remember the night before, so you gotta spend all day figuring out how you got yourself a dozen kangaroos and married a lamp.
What?
Don't ask.
And then,
I
in
have to ask, what the
1986,
hell?
The world changed. Dragon Ball Z came to America.
Hey, I was 4 years old at the time.
Rock the dragon,
Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry, no.
12 years
Sailor Moon for me.
Mangaka, or author of Japanese comics, named Akira Toriyama, introduced Dragon Ball, the story of Son Goku and his quest to become the greatest martial artist in the world, nay, the universe.
Like Superman, Goku was also sent to Earth from a doomed planet and possessed incredible powers. But that's pretty much where their similarities end.
Goku was primarily inspired by the Monkey King Sun Wukong from the Chinese novel Journey to the West. If you have any interest in Asian culture, I highly recommend reading it. It's inspired far more than just Dragon Ball.
Throw a stone at a shelf of anime, and odds are it hits something inspired by Journey to the West. Anyway, Toriyama was smart and knew that fighting is awesome, so Dragon Ball...
Fighting is awesome.
Sooner than you can say power levels are bullshit, Dragon Ball became a hit anime, and then came to America.
Literally,
Power
making
levels are...
its Journey to the West.
I love that
And
joke.
forever changing the childhoods of many. Dragon Ball Z became the gateway anime to many Westerners. However, since prior anime had very little success overseas due to the differences between Japanese and American cultures, the companies responsible for importing DBZ
Oh,
understood
Saban!
whose character might seem a bit
Saban was
selfish
behind
and pointless to
Power
Western
Rangers.
audience.
Their solution? Turn Goku into Superman.
This decision resulted in some strange mistranslations, such as labeling Goku's father as a brilliant scientist,
Yeah, I don't see it.
as well as perhaps Goku's most famous line, which many argue actually conflicts with his true character.
I am the hope of the universe. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth. Allied to good, nightmare to you.
And this is where it all began. The nerd debates.
The nerd debates.
Versus West. Which hometown hero would triumph in a brutal fight to the end?
In
Good
2002,
God.
Wizards magazine delivered an answer. They deduced Goku would win, stating that Superman would die to a fall from the moon to the Earth.
A decade later, the website Outskirts Battle Dome launched, dedicated to answering versus matches. This time, Superman claimed victory. However, the chaotic debate careened out of control and eventually became banned forever.
The arguments only grew. The internet needed a solid answer.
Yeah.
That's where we came in.
Oh god. Yeah, I know. And still, people were not pleased. Come on. Boosh. Oh. Just turn back time. Come on. Too easy.
However, since January 2012, Goku and Superman have continued their adventures. Superman gained an all-new ability called the Super Flare, which jettisons all the solar energy stored in his body, essentially turning him into a solar bomb. However, it leaves him completely drained of his powers for the next 24 hours. As such, he will only use the Super Flare as an
Batman, you read? Hello?
Goku attained a new legendary form called
Pink hair.
God. Despite being a temporary boost, Goku's body absorbed the godly power, essentially making it his new base form. Then, after mixing its power with his Super
Hey,
Saiyan
purple
ability,
cat guy.
he became a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan! Oh,
Blue
God.
hair.
There had to have been a better name. Ultra Saiyan, Master Saiyan, Super Ultra, combo with Fry Saiyan, anything but that mouthful.
These new powers have naturally rekindled the ultimate debate.
Is this godly Goku powerful enough to defeat Superman? Or will this just be a repeat of the past?
It has to be a repeat.
Let's end this debate once and for all. It's time.
It's time.
For the rematch. of
Rematch.
It's time
For a
death
death battle! I love saying that. Then the Dragon Balls, of course. Rayquaza! Okay, so what's up? Oh, so he wished for the Earth to come back? Awesome. Good use of your wish. Nice. That means repeat of the battle. Hey, these are better models. Awesome.
Hey, Superman.
Son Goku, I've been expecting you.
Pink hair! Flamingo Goku. Yeah, I'm gonna rip on you. Sort of.
Ready for a rematch?
Not that much, I don't know. Fight! Ooh, laser to the face. And of course, the sound effects. Oh! The only thing I know about Dragon Ball Z, the Kamehameha and Piccolo. I used to have a crush on Piccolo when I was a kid.
This stops.
No! Oh, not coming. Ow!
I'm impressed. I actually felt that.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Baby blue hair, come on.
Neither have you.
Boosh! Straight to the face!
With every step, an earthquake. With every breath, I could create a hurricane.
Wouldn't it be better, Typhoon?
This is my burden. Be thankful it is not yours.
Don't get ahead of yourself, buddy. You're not the only one with that kind of power.
Blue. Blue hair, blue hair, blue hair, blue hair, blue hair! Woo! Blue hair, Saiyan.
Blue hair? I've seen worse.
Ah, thank you, Superman. Ah, yes. I'm sorry. I gotta say, nice effects.
Out of my way.
Is it wrong for me to not be that impressed because of these two godlike beings fighting? Oh! Oh my god! Okay, that was cute. They're using the logos. That's cute. And now you're in a city.
Out of my way.
Ooh! Ah. SG City. That's not your opponent!
Stops here. All right.
Alright.
Have you had your fun? I would prefer we don't accidentally destroy the Earth.
I will never back down from a fight.
Blue Kamehameha! Hey, he's just walking through! Awesome! Superman! 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 Yes, thank you.
Stop it.
Oh.
This is
Ooh! Oh, he's gonna strangle him.
I'm sorry.
Ooh! Lobotomy! Ooh! Okay, that was awesome. Holy shit! Angry Joe, comment on this, please! He's gonna revive. Come on, too easy. He's gonna revive. He's gonna revive! So why is he pulling a Batman Arkham City on us?
I believe this is the part where I say, I told you so.
But King Kai, I don't understand.
He's in heaven!
You can't beat him.
Sure I can. I'll just train harder than ever.
No, Goku. You can overcome any limit put in front of you. But if you somehow found the power to surpass him, you wouldn't have anything left to aspire to. Do you truly want that?
Nah, sounds boring.
Sensorin!
King Kai, do you have anything to eat?
Goku, I'm trying to be serious here.
Why? My stomach has limits too, you know.
Dork. Okay, I have to admit that was kind of cute, really. Caillou!
Torches and pitchforks down before you start raging.
Time for the explanation.
Goku is incredibly powerful, a skilled warrior, and a great character. But Superman is on a completely different level, one which really doesn't belong in versus matches like these. Sure, due to the writing style of Dragon Ball, Super Saiyan God Goku's exact limits are difficult to pinpoint. Also, Goku will likely achieve a new form in the future. It's just how Dragon Ball works now.
Yeah,
However,
true.
none of that is really a factor. Goku will always have limits, while Superman's maximum potential is limitless.
True.
Believe us? Well, strap in, boys and
Explanation,
girls.
please,
Let's look at how
Boomstick.
Superman breaks reality. One day, Superman was hanging out near Vega, the brightest star in the Lyra constellation.
For the record, that's 25 light years from Earth, or 147 trillion miles.
Shit,
A
that's...
crisis occurred on Earth, so Superman's photographer buddy Jimmy activated his
Jimmy.
signal, calling for Superman's aid.
Wow.
And Superman arrived in a matter of minutes.
Being a comic book, the time Superman took getting to Earth is unspecified. However, the comic never mentioned or implied any large time lapse, and he arrived as the battle was ending. Even if we seriously lowballed this feat to taking 10 minutes, Superman would be traveling over 800 trillion miles per hour. Over 1 million times the speed of light.
Wow.
But more impressively, Jimmy's signal watch operates by emitting a high-frequency sound only Superman can hear.
Kind of like a dog.
Which means Superman heard the signal in the vacuum of space 25 light years away.
But
That is physically impossible.
yeah, because oh yeah, wait a minute. That's true. Super hearing.
You aren't impossible.
I was gonna say on in space they can hear you scream or whatever, but
Made up of eternity.
Superman.
No, not insane enough for you? Well then, how about the time Superman lifted a book of infinite pages? That's right.
Oh god, that face.
Both eternity and infinity.
Though he did have some help from Wonder Woman and Shazam.
Shazam!
With
Yes.
what's half of infinity? Infinity.
Regardless, they have limits in their own strength. So while they were lifting a specific set part for each load, Superman was lifting everything else, which literally means everything else.
Infinity.
Really, Wonder Woman and Shazam didn't even need to be there.
Superman's held a black hole, survived an explosion equal to 50 supernovas, flew through the center of a red sun.
Oh no!
Millions of nukes rapid fire, and
Okay, I know about the red sun, so
solar energy to vaporize half a galaxy. And to put an end to the Wizards magazine argument, here he is getting thrown from orbit into Earth with enough force to devastate the planet and cause nuclear winter. Oh look, he stood up moments later, more pissed off than hurt. Oh, and by the way, none of this was pre-crisis.
Believe us,
Pre-crisis.
we know none of this makes any logical sense.
And hey, it's not our fault. These writers just keep making Superman the most impossibly OP guy ever.
Way too OP.
That's kind of what he's all about.
Exactly. Superman isn't just a sketch on paper. He's an ideal. Superman and Goku are more than just characters. They inspire. They show us the best of what we can become. This is why people get so passionate about this debate.
But still, both of them are kind of OP.
Self-made man in spirit and personal goals. He inspires people to work
But Goku's
hard to
more
achieve
like the
To many, Goku is
the dork and your playground that you would like to hang out with.
And the world of Dragon Ball fits this mold. Every obstacle Goku faces in Dragon Ball has a limit he can overcome.
Hey, Frieza.
Even those called gods in his universe can be defeated and surpassed.
And that is where Superman breaks this matchup. His world just doesn't fit the same mold.
Superman is an all-powerful being who is only weak to alien radiation and supernatural
Kryptonite.
magic. He is not meant to be relatable. He is not meant to lose. While Goku's story is one of a man trying to be the best warrior he can be, Superman's is the story of a god trying to live amongst men. It's not about if he loses a fight, but whether or not he's doing the right thing. That's why he stands for truth, justice, and freedom. That's why he doesn't wear a mask. That's why he's called the Superman.
Superman.
But hey, we know some of you out there have some questions, so let's knock them out of
Yes,
the park, right?
I want to know.
Technically, if Goku could find a way to draw energy across multiverses, his Spirit Bomb could possibly achieve the kind of limitless power to match Superman. But not only
Possibly.
would that take way too long to charge, providing Superman with plenty of time to kill him thousands of times over, the Spirit Bomb does not hurt anyone pure of heart,
Ha!
like Superman.
Gohan, you have to bounce it back. If you don't have any evil in you, you'll be okay.
Super Saiyan God
Frieza.
Super Saiyan was about on par with Golden Frieza. When asked about Golden Frieza's power level at a panel, Frieza's voice actor said that since Frieza was a nice guy, it's probably 100 quintillion. Which is a pun, because power levels are nothing more than a big joke.
Superman has been
Power
beaten
levels
before,
are a joke.
winning was still
Thank you,
luck.
Boomstick.
Saying Superman should lose because he lost to Doomsday is the equivalent of saying Goku should lose because he was one shot by Raditz. We are looking at these characters at their maximum potential, not from some
Hey,
random
my
point in
friend
time.
Lisetta has that game.
Goku may have divine ki now, but it's still ki, not magic.
Ki may be spiritual in nature, but it's still a natural source of living energy even Superman possesses. In fact, Dragon Ball emphasizes a clear difference between
Naked
ki
baby.
and magic.
And if Goku did destroy the sun or the planet, he can't survive in the vacuum of space. Superman can and could always just fly to another yellow sun, or even a blue one, which boosts his powers even faster.
Ultimately,
yes,
Goku versus
that's true.
Superman
Blue
comes
sun
down to a
powers him up.
difference of limits and purpose. What happens when you pit a man with the power to break any limits against a being with no limits in the first place? Well, only one has limits to give at all. But that's exactly what makes him such a memorable character.
Think about it. If you had a Goku that was as powerful as Superman, would you even want him?
The winner is Superman.
Fucking Superman.
Freaking Superman. Okay, next time on Death
Time
Battle.
on Death Battle.
I know it's gonna be Donkey Kong versus Knuckles, so why am I not acting surprised? This battle just came out of nowhere because I had the videos and you know when you're subscribed you get those, oh it's gonna be the next Death Battle, and I saw Donkey Kong and I'm like, oh cool, Donkey Kong, that's gonna be awesome. I played Donkey Kong 64 when I was a kid, so who is it gonna be? And then I saw it was gonna be versus Knuckles, and I was like, really? Knuckles? Eh. Okay, so what did I think about the match? Well, you saw it. I was not that impressed, and I even commented on it during the fight. What I do find interesting is that while I thought that Goku was sort of like the anime version of Superman, it is really good that these guys, Wiz and Boomstick, explain that Goku is just the guy who overcomes certain limits, but has limits, unlike Superman, who has no limits. And that kind of made me like Goku a little bit more at the end, but still I had my bets on Superman because I know about the character a lot more than Goku. Again, I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z, but I knew about it, I heard about it because of the little boys at the playground, blah 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 blah. And yeah, wasn't that impressed, even though the details were very good during the fight. The models, infinitely better. And I mean it, like infinitely better. Be it the buildings, be it the surrounding, the environment, even the characters. I freaking love the models on the characters, especially on Superman, because he looks a little bit more human. He kind of has that injustice feel to him in terms of the model, and that was really good. Really pink hair, Goku, what the hell? I don't get it, I'm sorry, power levels be damned. And also blue hair Goku, really. I'm a big fan of blue, but seriously, it looks like someone, like he got into the World of War in High School Host Club and got with the twins during their fight. You know, Hikaru and Kaoru having a fight, and one of the twins told him, hey, I'm gonna paint my hair blue, you should paint it too. Boom. You know, baby blue. Well, not that impressed with this fight. I know that a lot of people were really pissed at how I reacted during the last Death Battle, you know, Vader versus Victor Von Doom. I was gonna say just Victor, but it's Von Doom or just Dr. Doom. I did talk over a certain part of information about Dr. Doom. I was taken over by just a moment, and I'm sorry. And I'm trying to fix it, just like we saw in this react. I decided to listen, comment every so often, but listen, because I know there's gonna be a lot of people who would be like, oh, she should listen to what's happening and whatever. And yes, I'm taking that kind of criticism into what I'm doing. And yeah, there's been a few people who've been commenting very negatively. And yes, I'm one of those people who takes negative comments, you know, a little bit too hard. I try not to, but it does cause a little bit of anxiety towards my it's in Spanish you say en mi persona, so I really don't know how to translate that well. You know, it kind of affects me. That's what I'm trying to say. It does affect me. I try not to, but I do get nervous, and even though I look like I'm very confident because I try to, I still do get nervous. And having a lot of those comments being very negative, basically telling me, hey, why are you, it's kind of like that. And I'm sorry if I'm doing the faces. That's, I don't know why I do that. Like, getting comments about, if you're gonna go watch this, why do you not shut up? You're missing a lot of information. And yes, that was an error. That was a mistake of mine. I didn't pause the video, like a few of you pointed out that I could have paused the video, but I didn't. I don't know why the hell I didn't do that. I did miss out a bit of information, which after rewatching that death battle, I noticed there was a big mistake, and I'm sorry. And well, that's pretty much it. And yes, I know that I mentioned that Victor Von Doom was like your typical villain, but I was just trying to make a joke. And I know he's not your typical villain, but sort of trying to make a joke, because he does look like your typical villain. And I remember, I didn't read those comics. I never picked up a freaking comic because there was no comics nearby. I only had, you know, the little comic excerpts or whatever you call it from TV shows, you know, Sailor Moon. It wasn't the manga, it was just, okay, images from the anime placed as a comic. And that's pretty much it. That's all I can say. Let's watch Donkey Kong vs. Knuckles.